Ambessa, the Matriarch of War. Born into one of the most powerful families in modern Noxus, Ambessa Medada was perhaps always destined for greatness. Her family was not counted among the old noble houses, yet they had gained immense respect and influence across the empire since its founding, and young Ambessa's first exposure to bloodshed came early, watching reckoners risk their lives for a chance at glory in the arenas. Though she was too young to know the thrill of battle herself, she studied every match and internalized every move. In the aftermath of the Battle of Hildenard, her father sent her to collect the blades of fallen soldiers. Though still a child, Ambessa never once averted her eyes from the death and carnage around her. And by the end of the day, she knew death was not something to be feared, but respected. Sacrifice was a noble thing. Greatness demanded it. The Medada family code, passed down through generations since their earliest days as traders on the Shuraman coast, espoused the virtues of both the desert fox and the fearsome wolf of legend. So it was no surprise that Ambessa would choose a soldier's life, carrying the memories of her childhood lessons with her always, holding others to the ideals of familial honor and decisive action. She was a proud daughter of the Medada-born warrior, soon enough a general in command of several warbands, and clearly one of her grandfather Menelik's favorites as patriarch. And yet, she was so much more a woman, a lover, and a mother. In her appetite for life, Ambessa experienced it all. But the moment she held her son Kino for the first time, she finally understood what it meant to devote herself to someone unconditionally. And with that came the potential for profound disappointment. While she loved him dearly, it was clear that Kino would never have the strength of a warrior in his heart. Not long after, Ambessa almost met her end in battle, defending her ancestral home of Rockrand, while pregnant with her daughter, Mel, as she lay among the bodies of her allies and foes alike. She drifted near death and experienced visions that she would speak of to few others in her lifetime. Whatever it was Ambessa had seen, it alloyed her resolve and ambition. She would bend the world to her will, so that any weakness in her children would not be something her enemies could exploit. From that moment, Ambessa's rise became almost meteoric. She led from the front in every battle, fearlessly staring death in the eye. And with every victory, she grew more resourceful, more daring, and more uncompromising. When old Menelik Medada finally passed, he named no heir from his deathbed, sending several branches of the family into a conflict of succession. But Ambessa knew they clawed at heir, for this was her destiny. She defeated her rivals and vowed to forge a legacy worthy of the Medada name, worthy of her own children's inheritance. As the new matriarch, Ambessa began to speak more often of her own personal mantra, "In all things, be the wolf." She would tolerate no weakness or dissent in those around her, lest that weakness spill over into her. She even sent her daughter Mel away to the distant city of Piltover. Years passed before Ambessa began to hear murmurs of a new and powerful invention, called Hextech, from the soft-spined idealists of Piltover, no less. Intrigued by the potential of such a discovery, Ambessa traveled to the Gilded City to visit her daughter, determined to find out if this technology could be used to leverage even more power for the Medarda family.